Hi everyone. So actually, I'm going to go to sleep soon. But I just wanted to make this really quick video because as I approach some particular important things in my life, and when school term is starting, that's and also plus every other thing like dieting issues. I'm not on the so-called starvation. I know. Don't worry, but I'm on this whole thing about trying to cut out certain things and so that I can actually to clean it out so that I can actually get in shape for something for an event uh, next month. So I just thought about this because it has been on my mind, and I just recently realized this. That a lot of us, when we are in the even not just in the face of a relationship with someone who's very narcissistic or narcissist, depending on diagnosis, but like regardless of the diagnosis, when we are in a very toxic relationship or situationship, the one thing we tend to do is that we tend to justify ourselves, explain ourselves a lot, and then even before it ends, and then when it ends, after it ends, I realize that this kind of habit keeps on persisting. Okay, and that was what I realized about myself as well. I got friends, people are not just friends, but random people asking me, "Why do you do this? Why aren't you doing this way and whatever?" But guess what? Uh, it's nobody's business. Okay, not even your so-called good friends, your friends, or your family. You know why I say this? This is your choice. It's your mistakes. You have to learn. We all have to learn from our mistakes. I'm very open about this. I made my mistakes from trusting a narcissist. Okay, I entered into relationships with them. Sometimes it's not even a relationship. Sometimes it's just stupid. Okay, but you know what? Those are my mistakes. I own up to it. And sometimes one thing, in the worst of state emotionally, we don't make the right choices. And this is what even my psychologist told me herself. She said, sometimes humans aren't really that rational. We say that we're gonna do this, or we're not gonna do this. We end up doing the opposite. Okay, because why? We are not emotionally in the right state at that point in time because of certain issues. Maybe we are financially not doing well, or we just came off certain things, and and or certain people, and then we are very emotionally decimated. This kind of things happens. Okay, happen. So I say, yeah, people will say don't beat yourself up and everything, but that's the different issue. The issue is this: we have to stop trying to explain ourselves. Okay, because especially after the relationship or situationship ends, don't try to explain too much. The thing is this: when you're with a narcissist or whoever is in your life, the one thing they're gonna do is like they accuse you of different things, they get angry, and then you know what we do next? We do the least possible or the most possible thing that we can do, which is to try to mollify them, to make them feel good, to placate them. Yes, to placate them because they're so angry, they hate us, they say they hate us, but they hate us so much, why did they keep us? Okay, they could simply just end it before it all begins. But yeah, what nonsense is this about explaining ourselves? And the truth is this, even good friends, I think they will understand. The thing is that I realized that my very good friends, those who are truly on my side, they listen, they don't have judgment, they understand sometimes that we make mistakes, but they don't go and say, oh, you deserve it, or you know what, I'll never get into this kind of situation. They don't do that kind of stuff because it's so retarded. Okay, so retarded because it lacks empathy. Okay, uh, really good friends don't do that kind of stuff. Okay, and the more we try to explain, you realize that when we try to explain before things with the narcissist, the more flustered we get. And then it's like the more we can explain, it keeps us going in a, like a like a, it's not even a rabbit hole. It's like a mouse trap. You know what? Hamster wheel, hamster wheel. Yes, the correct word is the hamster wheel. Because hamsters, they run on that wheel and then keep on doing it, and then they never get anywhere. Okay, because they're still on that hamster wheel that's being maintained by the person who keeps them as the pet. This is what the narcissist is doing to us. And then when you meet some friends, okay, even if they're not ill intention, even if they're not evil, if they don't understand what's going on, guess what? They're gonna keep on like asking you questions and or making comments based on what you say and based on what you're trying to justify yourself, and then they will be like they'll be judging you. They'll be saying things like oh, you should have done that, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's fine if they know what is going on. They're telling you that, but if but this is about ourselves, okay? The more we try to explain ourselves, the more it shows that we are actually very insecure. It really means that, it means that we're not just insecure, but we are not just insecure. To make it sound even worse, we are codependent because we make our happiness, our meaning in life dependent on other people's validation. Why should we be doing that? We'd be doing that with a narcissist before that, or even if not a narcissist plural. Okay? And it's very unhealthy. It's really, really unhealthy. So, today I just posted something. I said, the less we try to explain ourselves before others, even supposed friends, the more you, not we, but you will be at peace with yourself, especially as a survivor of codependency and narcissistic abuse and manipulation. Okay, so yeah, don't go around trying to keep on doing this kind of explanation. It's a loop, it's a hamster wheel that's going nowhere. And yeah, some of the things, the best thing is, they say the best things that are to be said is basically not something that's not said. I know it sounds paradoxical, but the best thing is to simply keep our mouth shut. Okay, some people always say, loose lips sink ships, and I'm starting to realize this even more, especially as I grow older. Okay, things that I want to do, things I don't want to do, I keep my big mouth shut. Okay, people ask me plans. I say, I have plans. I don't want to tell them that. I know that if they keep on bugging you, the thing is that my friends don't ask me these kind of questions. They kind of know that. But those who are gossiping, okay, those who are not really my friends, they ask me this kind of stuff, and I'll say, I don't want to be rude, but I just say, oh, I have plans, okay, but probably not in the right frame to tell you anything, or I'll let you know when it's done. Because I don't want to sabotage it, and I've learned that the kind of mistake, when I tell the people like the ex narcissists and everything, out of jealousy or envy, they'll do their stuff to it. It's a very passive aggressive sabotage, such as when I was in the Mayhem pageant and everything. It's like I wasn't even invested in it, but they'll do that kind of stuff, and I don't know whether it's out of jealousy or whatever, or the fact that they think that I have a lot of attention or whatever. I don't really care now. Okay, I just want to live my life focusing on what is more important, my life, not their life. Okay, so I don't think you should be doing, any one of us should be doing that kind of stuff to try to explain ourselves. Okay, so yeah, and also no telling someone or everyone of your plans or goals. I think at this age we all should realize also. I mean, I realized that, oh my goodness, next year I'll be 50 years old in October next year. So oh goodness, I'll be like, oh my, I'm going to be half a century old. And I mean, it's a good thing that I don't look that old. And yeah, recently I had a dermatological procedure. It kind of looks, some of the things are getting better. Like was it seborrheic hyperplasia, seborrheic keratosis, all this kind of stuff. The dermatologist, I won't say he's a friend, but he is someone who I know quite well, at least from following him on social media. And he speaks Mandarin other than English, other than Korean, but I still communicated predominantly with him in Korean. And I think that it's kind of good that I take care of myself. I'm starting to take care of myself. So, I don't tell everyone my plans and everything. I have one or two like friends whom I know I can trust, like my friend Song Hyun in Korea, and my Hyung in Korea as well, Chon Hee, and then I tell them things that I've been through, like my prior relationships and everything. So I don't tell Chon Hee Hyung everything, but yeah, I tell him some things about my health issues and everything that I was dealing last year. Which thankfully were not major. It's just that it was just like a scare that kind of things happen. Things happen, okay. And then you know what? I think all of us should just take care of ourselves. Taking care of ourselves sometimes means being quiet, okay. People tell you, I want to comment on something. You just tell them, you know what? Say, what you should say. It's none of your business, okay. Instead, you will say, oh, but they give you the transcripts and whatever. You can just tell them, don't send me transcripts, okay. I'm very good at silencing people, okay. Nowadays, when they want to send me transcripts, it's a way of like either threatening me or trying to judge me. I will say, it is none of your business where I am in my emotional journey. It is none of your business, okay. If they give you this kind of stuff, like telling you, you know what, if you want, if you don't like what I'm saying to you, you can delete me or block me, whatever. Sure, I will delete and block you, okay. Don't issue this kind of embedded threats. Don't think that I can't do it, because I will, and I did it once to a person whom I barely knew, okay. Saying that just because that you follow me, you have a right to give all these remarks. You don't have the right, okay. And I have a right not to listen to you as well, okay. Yeah. Enough is enough with this kind of thing. So yeah, just focus on your life. Do what you want to do. And sometimes, if you want to tell someone, go ahead and tell someone. But tell it to the right people. Sometimes don't telling everyone is gonna hurt us. Okay, that's what I realized. Anyway, yeah, and I'm actually going to do some other stuff now. I mean, tomorrow I your day with all day after tomorrow. There are a lot of things I think to I have to get back to teaching and everything. So, but have a good one, everyone. Okay, so that's it for now. Okay, bye bye.